Guys, Deluded Gooner, someone asked me who would I sell. Personally, because of that season, I know a lot of it is bad blood. I personally believe everybody's up for sale. Every player has a price. I'm not saying I'm pushing everybody out, but there's not really a player that I wouldn't not think there's a valuation on. I mean, the only players I really personally wouldn't sell under any circumstances, Mesut Ozil, who I have to, in this video, to me, we have to class him as sold or gone, because until he signs on the dotted line and signs a new deal, for me, there's no point factoring in these sort of players. The same goes for Alexis. Ox has had a superb year. Xhaka has been amazing, and Xhaka will be quality. Of course, there's other players that I think are good, but they are the four that I'd actually be annoyed if they're not here next year. Mustafi as well, to a degree. Koscielny's been brilliant, but I'm just not happy with his antics. And I mean, at 31, 32, 20, 30 million that's being talked about from Marseille, you've got to think about it. Of course, I'm not saying to sell him this summer. We've got 100 things we should be fixing before we we self-inflict ourselves further in selling Bellerin and Koscielny. But I'm just trying to give you guys an example of who I actually think should be sold. Away from the feeling and the anger of how certain guys have performed, realistically, Ospina, because he's not good enough. I'm sorry, guys, he's not good enough. What you can say, Czech is crap. You can say Czech is declining. They all may very well be true, but he's a class above Ospina. Please stop it. Ospina gone. Jenkinson, come on, come on. He's letting Lucas Moura half his size beat into a header. To be fair, he did have a decent game whenever I can't remember who it was. I think it wasn't Southampton. He played decent, whoever it was. It might have been. In fact, it was United. I'm so sure it was United away. I can't remember. I'm so sure it was United away. Either way, being a fan sadly isn't the preset of being at this club and isn't good enough to stay at this club. He can have a career at a lower Premier League side or a Championship side, and he's English, so we can get a 10 mil or something for him. I know it's robbery if anyone pays 10 million for Jenkinson, but we can do that. So that's Jenkinson, whoever I just said. Debusshy's got to go. Gabriel, I believed in Gabriel. You let me down, man. You let me down. You've given convincing performances. You even had a spell at right back where you're giving convincing performances, and the old me, or if this happened 12 months ago, I would have given you more time. But since you've been here, the progress hasn't been as expected. And for me, Chambers, he hasn't been here, granted, and Holding, you're not substantially better than them. You're not, like, there's no guarantee if I put you both on a football pitch that you're going to perform ahead of them. So there's nothing really stopping them from playing from you playing when they should be. I mean, they look more assured of themselves than you. Gabriel's a bit of a split personality. He plays cool for 89 minutes, starts tweaking in the 90, can just about pass, plays a lot of hospital passes, can be a bit rash. Well, I say that lightly. So yeah, Gabriel, he probably won't be sold, but Gabriel, so that's Gabriel, Jenkinson, or Spina. Debussy's got to go, one appearance. I mean, I thought you was alright when you signed for us. You've just been unfortunate with injuries. Last year, I didn't really, and I've told you guys, French players are typically very outspoken. Wasn't really feeling all of that talking into French newspapers and stuff, talking like a Dani Alves how you need to play football, and it's hit you on the arse. And now, I don't know when your contract's up, but you'll probably be off as well. That's 5 players. Who else? Off the top of my head, this is so hard, guys. I don't really think there's any. You got to say Perez is going to be gone. Not because I think Perez is a bad player. It's just clearly Wenger doesn't rate the guy. Like I've told you guys before, Perez will be off. Joel Campbell will be off. Szczesny's contract's up, so he might have to be off. Then his rumours he's agreed a fee with Juventus, so he's going to be off. Decision has to be made over Kieran Gibbs' future. Slash Monreal, even though Wenger said he sees him as a centre half for next year. Who else is there? I don't know if I've said it, but Joel Campbell's got to probably be sold now. It's over. I mean, we know it was nothing to write home about, but on the basis that he worked hard this year, got to decide Ramsey's future. Like Theo Walcott, Ramsey will always have a future under Wenger, so he doesn't need to be worried on that front. But where's the contract? Like, where is the deal? That needs to be sorted. The same goes for Ox under what I've just previously said. And yeah, there's a lot of players, to be honest, there's a lot of players you actually forget play for Arsenal or on our books somehow or earning a living here. Sanogo's finally got released. I mean, yeah, how he looked anything at the Under-20 World Cup a few years back with Pogba, I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, that's the biggest case of seeing that these little wonder kids at academy football or youth football might not hit the heights. But I thank him for his performance against Wigan and his goal against Dortmund. And yeah, just for being a funny guy. I mean, he was crap, but he was a funny guy, Manos Sanogo. There's not really that much more to be said, guys. I mean, we know we're not going to get a keeper, so there's no point saying bin check. So there's no point on that. I will say I personally wouldn't force him out. I think Giroud's good. I think Giroud gives us something different. He can over 38 games. He can do something. He's just not good enough to lead the line. But for 20 million or anything like that, make a profit on the 12 that we got him for. It's 31. I believe he's even 31, so it's almost up. 20 million, every player has a price. 20 million, you can't say no to that. I mean, next year he'll be 32. If he is 31, you've got to wonder how long it can keep going for. So there's him. Akpom, I believe, unless he models his game on Welbeck, he's not going to make it here because he's not going to lead the line here. When he's gone alone, he's shown he can't be prolific. But I do like his dribbles. I do like how his change of pace, his strength. And if you remember against Nottingham Forest in the Carling Cup, he actually played very well on the left wing. So that could, to make it here, I believe he's got to do something like that. But if not, he's 21 now. I think he's 21. If he loan spells, competition ahead of him, more promising youngsters below him, it might be time to just move people on. So yeah, guys, I don't really think I'm missing out anyone. I don't think I'm missing out any names. If I am, you're going to have to forgive me. I've tried to remember who I can off the top of my head. Like I said, I don't really think I have. But yeah, guys, they're the players I do think need to be moved on or whatever in regards to departures or staying. I don't, like I said, I don't know the point of this video, guys. I just thought I'd get some thoughts off the top of my head. Anyways, Deluded Guna, I'm signing out. Subscribe, follow. You guys know the drill.